This game is hard, but it can be fun. And so I believe that if we execute successfully on everything we're working on with ourselves as well as with brands that are working with us behind the scenes, I believe strongly that the results for everything and everyone related will be euphoric. Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing pretty well. Here with a new video. We mostly talk about, Saturday AM and what we have going on. For the most part, for those who don't know, Saturday AM is a digital anthology magazine, similar to like a Shonen Jump if you're familiar with Shonen Jump, but here it's one for the West for the most part, and more than anything, it's the most diverse shonen manga anthology or comic anthology. We publish several comics, including mine, Apple Black. We also publish another comic of mine called BACASSI, but that is in a sister publication called Saturday PM, which is a more mature version of AM, more mature content. I mean, if AM is like mainstream Cartoon Network, then PM is kind of like the dark Toonami or Adult Swim. So Apple Black in AM and then BACASSI in PM. But beyond that, we publish a bunch of other interesting and diverse comics. We have a Saturday FM podcast, so it kind of got the theme going. And we also do a laundry list of fun stuff, super crazy fan art contests like March Art Madness every March, every year. It's kind of like a fan art drawing tournament that we put together that is crazy with talent, filled with all sorts of talent from all over the globe, and everybody has fun and usually have like really cool prizes at the end. Like a lot of people have won like iPads and things like that. We have Summer of Manga, we have just a bunch of things. We do a lot of stuff. And then obviously some of you who aren't new to this channel, you've heard me talk about this a lot, I believe. Sometimes, at least at first glance, some of you have been introduced to Saturday AM, PM, or FM, or any of the things that we do through this channel or through me, and so you don't get to see a lot of the stuff that kind of goes on behind the scenes. And so there are a lot of unsung heroes and people who help make what we do happen. A lot of people behind the scenes making a lot of sacrifices because what we do is hard. But luckily, sometimes what we do can also be very fun. I mean, we're working hard to create another outlet here in the West that could one day, hopefully, rival the bigger companies, because we're still small. We're growing this year more than ever. But in the grand scheme of things, we're still small. But the goal is to one day rival the bigger companies. So, if you want to do content that is more within the realms of the Japanese aesthetic, then you'll be able to do it within what we've created. We also accept, more Western stuff, but we're trying to just build more options and empower artists as well, because the way we are structured is we don't really own the content that we publish. The content we publish is creator owned. There are other things that make it a little more complicated, but in the grand scheme of things, everybody with Saturday AM owns their own property. Not only are we doing something where we're proving you don't have to go to Japan, but also doing things where you don't have to look a certain way and your characters don't have to look a certain way or be from a certain place or just be typical, while at the same time maintaining the idea that first and foremost, primarily our goal is to publish interesting content, and then we want diverse content secondarily. So this year a lot has been going on. We've collaborated with a couple companies. We've kind of been in talks to do certain things that I can't say on this video, and there's a lot of exciting stuff going on, and all the people behind the scenes, myself included, wear a lot of different hats. And so in order to get to where we want to get to, we kind of have to delegate a little bit. And so I just want to use this video to give a shout out to our staff and people who work really hard with us and help make things happen, as well as let you guys know that if you're interested in joining us in what we do, as staff, whether it be writing, editing, web design, graphic design, which is kind of high priority right now, there will be links and more information in the description that you can go check out. But first and foremost, I kind of wanted to just glance through all the things we do, not all, but some of the key roles that we have, and some that we are, maybe looking for more people to add on to the team, and kind of get perspectives from the staff and their experiences, and also get to know them a little bit, which I thought would be cool. We all thought would be cool. Also giving you guys an insight on how we put our content together, because everybody is from all over the world, which I think is pretty cool in this digital age, to take advantage of the internet to put something like this together. A couple years ago, maybe a decade ago, doing something like this was very, very difficult, and I'm glad that we're able to do something like this today. I think Saturday AM is not just a great example for a diverse manga magazine, but it's also a great showcase for how dynamic teamwork produces amazing results. Every issue of Saturday AM starts over a year in advance with a schedule. We plan out the issues far in advance to ensure we know what series and artists may be available to contribute. For example, we may want to have a series with a more romantic focus to take the lead during Valentine's Day. Likewise, an art product review may be a great article for our school-aged fans during back-to-school periods. After that, we then determine which members are in an upcoming issue and work with our creators and staff to begin putting that together. The creators are incredibly important, as they need to plot out their stories to entertain the readers, knowing fully well that it may be weeks or months before their work is seen again. Likewise, our designers are crucial, as they must lay out everything from table of contents to the chapter covers, articles, interviews, videos, and more. They'll produce templates, test builds, and more before their work is revised, edited, and improved to be added inside the magazine.
Yo, my name is Jay Yoden. I'm a comic book artist. My series Hammer is currently being serialized and published in the world's most diverse manga anthology, Saturday AM. It's about a boy named Stud who gets sucked into his father's journal and must now find a way out while battling all the dangers around him, turning any part of his body into a hammer. I love drawing, and I grew up watching anime on Toonami while also reading manga from Shonen Jump. It was my dream to work there and work on a comic that I had actually created. I've been drawing ever since I was like 6 years old, and my first publication actually was when I was 19. It was a creator-owned story called Chicken Fight. It came out with Antarctic Press as Chicken Fighter between 2010 and 2011. After that story came out, I worked on a book called Miles Away with Rashad Doucette. It was created by Anthony Montgomery and written by Brandon Easton. From there, I worked on a few other installments of other titles from Antarctic Press like Honey Badger and Gold Digger. After 2013, I started focusing more on my own stories though. I was fortunate enough to get a couple of them published with another company called Arch Enemy. One comic was called Burrito, and it came out on USA Today. After working at Arch Enemy, some time passed, and I continued to develop a story I had been working on since 2012 called Hammer. Luckily, the artwork was good enough to make me eligible to work on a book for Oni Press. After all of Volume 1 of Hammer came out, I was approached by Saturday AM, which after realizing exactly what opportunity I was being approached with, I decided to hop on it. Finally, a company set up like Shonen Jump, exactly like I wanted it to, existed. I had the opportunity to grow with this company on the ground floor. So, here I am 2 years later. I'm still working on other projects, and I also have a day job, and I'm also trying to juggle having a normal life, but working at Saturday AM has been a dream come true. I'm glad I'll be here when Saturday AM gets bigger. Deuces.
Hey guys, my name is Raymond Brown. I'm one of the co-founders of Saturday AM. I've been with the company since day one, page one, issue one, since the very start, and it's been a ride, and I've been very proud to be a part of this revolution where we're bringing diverse manga and creators and content to the forefront. Now, what you guys may not know about me is that I do a bunch of work behind the scenes for Saturday AM, particularly when it comes to design. I've designed a lot of the logos for some of the Saturday AM series, such as Clock Striker, Paradise Down, Spoon, Comet Man, which today is still probably one of my favorite logos that I've designed, Boy, and even Sagami, just to name a few. But my main job with Saturday AM, besides making new issues of Bullet Eater, is actually helping with the design and the assembly of the magazine itself. What I tend to do is just get all the, I'll get up with all the creators individually, get their content, package it together and put it inside the magazine, and then from there I'll add all the cool things such as the animated covers, page transitions, sound effects, and those kind of things that make Saturday AM today one of the coolest magazines out there, period. Some of you guys may know me for my series Bully Eater, which is published and serialized within Saturday AM, and I'm proud to say it's been there since issue 1, and still going strong. It's always been a dream of mine to be a part of a magazine like this. I remember back when I was young, I used to Photoshop my characters onto the covers of Shonen Jump magazine, just hoping that one day maybe I can, get my stuff inside of Shonen Jump. But an even better opportunity came along when Frederick L. Jones reached out to me back in 2013. It was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer, and I've never looked back since, and it's been a dream come true working with Saturday AM.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Tyler. I'm a graphic designer for Saturday AM based in Nashville, and I've been working with the company for a little bit, about 2 years now. So my main focus in the issue is PM, even though I do a lot of work on AM as well. PM is my favorite part because I just feel like there's so much more wiggle room to experiment. With AM, there's it's a lot more streamlined, so it's a lot easier to get into and learn more design elements. With PM, every issue feels fresh. When it comes to manga, this is where my love for manga comes from. I don't know if that's just Death Note love just creeping in on everything that he does, but Hikaru no Go, Bakuman, Death Note, all of it, I'm just like head over heels, can't get enough of them. But they're all like cult hits in my eyes, like some slice of life, but shonen with a lot of action. Even when you're just playing a board game, I don't understand it. I don't know why I like it so much, but he is the reason for my love.
Hi, my name is Komi Afolabi. I'm from Nigeria. I've been working for Saturday for 3 years now. I found out about the company by watching White Manga's videos on YouTube, and then from there I joined the pilot manga group, and then I joined the design group after that. Favorite part about working at the company has to be talking with the creators about manga, the company's workings, getting stuff done on time, and sending just to each other. They're amazing people. It's a really fun experience. What I love about manga is just the diversity of stories that can be told and the differences in art style that can be expressed. The combination is mind-blowing.
Our writers must research potential subjects or people to interview, contact them, and then ultimately collect the written content and any images to provide to our designers. This is not as hard as design, but getting creators to agree to, much less complete an interview, is not as easy as it sounds.
Hello guys, my name is Stephen Arcade, and I am an interviewer and content writer for the magazine Saturday AM. I've been working for Saturday AM for the past 3 years now, and it's been an amazing experience. I initially heard about Saturday AM back in late 2016, maybe early 2017, through a YouTube channel called How to Ban. Well, back then, the YouTube channel host, Mustek, actually conducted an interview with Saturday AM publisher and founder, Frederick L. Jones. After watching said video, that actually motivated me to want to join Saturday AM, or at least, introduce myself to them. My job ever since has been to find interesting and talented people throughout the creative industry and interview them for Saturday AM.
And then we got our editors. Editors are our final line of defense, as they must review the work for spelling and grammatical errors. We'd be lying if we said we're 100% successful at this, but we work hard to look over hundreds of pages and over 5,000 words every week. We do the best with what we have on all fronts. This includes work with Saturday PM, as well as our graphic novels, our tanks, for instance, Apple Black Volume 1 and 2, which have been remastered, by the way.
Hello, my name's Peter Doney, Editor-in-Chief of Saturday PM. I've actually been with the company almost since the beginning, about 4 years now. Mostly what I do involves working with our creators to prepare their content to be run in the magazine. That means checking it to make sure it's the proper dimensions, free of spelling and grammar issues, that it makes it to our designers, so on, etc. I first learned about Saturday AM when I met Andrea Doney, the creator of Saigami. I had been helping Andrea with her comic, and when she got scouted by Frederick to join Saturday AM, I followed her, and the rest is history. What I love most about manga is that it's one of the most experimental things out there. Take Death Note as an example. That story could only have come out of Japan. Nobody in the West would say, hey, let's make a story about a notebook that kills people. My favorite thing about working for Saturday AM has got to be working with other creative people. You put enough of us in the same room together and there is this chemical reaction, this spark, that's just like a shot of adrenaline. Working with new talent can be a lot like picking a book off of a shelf. Sometimes that book is incredible. Sometimes you pick a book that just changes everything and you can't imagine how you could have lived your life without ever having read that book. Other times you wish you could put that book back on the shelf. That might be a little mean to say, but it's absolutely true. New talent can be one of the most stressful parts of my job, but it can also be one of the most rewarding things.
Hi, my name is Archie Fielder, and for about 7 months now, I've been assistant editor for Saturday AM, Saturday PM. As an assistant editor, my job consists of helping the editor-in-chief, whether it be through looking through grammatical stuff or helping creators write their stories and looking over that. I learned about the magazine when I stumbled upon White Manga's YouTube channel. He mentioned it in one of his videos, and I was curious about it, so I checked it out and I loved it, and now here we are. My favorite part about working Saturday AM is definitely just learning about how being an editor works and how comics are made. Every day I learn something new and I take away things that I definitely wouldn't even have thought of, the day before, even 6 months ago. I love manga because it amazes me what these wacky, what we consider wacky, like scenarios, like whether it be a guy into feminine things or an octopus that'll blow up the earth in 1 year, and take these scenarios and turn them into like compelling stories that are just amazing.
Even the videos and podcasts like Saturday FM are quite time intensive to put together for our global fan base. And so as a result, we're looking for people, you can call it a task force if you will, putting together a team that can help run our podcasts or help produce podcasts and videos for our YouTube channel, the social media, list goes on.
My name is Jacqueline Rindy, and I'm a social media marketer at Saturday AM. My tasks at Saturday AM include creating content for posts that will be published on our social media apps like Amino. I also do PR outreach, which is essentially networking with other companies and just communicating back and forth with them. I also interact and engage with fans, answer any questions that they have, and just kind of interact with them to stimulate the fun. I'm from Southern California, and I've been with this company for about 6 months now, which is kind of crazy because it seems like time went by so fast since I started in March. So I learned about Saturday AM a couple years ago through a creator named WHYTMANGATV, and I was and I still am a really big fan of his work. So it's really cool to be able to say that I have this chance to work with him and many other talented creators one-on-one on different projects that we have going on at Saturday AM. What I really love about this company and working here is the idea that you can work on stuff that you're really passionate about, whether that's creating a article about the latest Japanese trends or creating an event that caters towards superheroes and then making that exciting for the fans. I think that's something that's really fun to do. I also just really like the culture here at Saturday AM. Everyone is just really nice and respectful, and we work really well together. Communication is awesome. And everyone is open and willing to listen to any new ideas that you may have. So I really like it here. Since I've always really liked art and pictures, I've really grown to like manga, and I really enjoy watching anime as a pastime. So this is something that's evolved from just watching a lot of cartoons in the morning or in the afternoon. I think getting to work with new talent, new creators is really exciting because you don't know what to expect. There's always different people coming in with new ideas and new stories, and you just don't know what to expect. So it's pretty awesome.
All that said, our team is not just hardworking, but we're a family. I'd like to think that we're a family. We've traveled to conventions, hung out, laughed with members of our team, and, had a blast. What's special is when you realize that we have creators, staff, and volunteers who all work together despite living all over the world. You know, this matters because diversity is not just necessary in manga, comics, and media overall, but it's equally important behind the scenes. We've had staff who have gained experience working with us and then taken that to go work with bigger, more established companies, and we're proud of that. Getting friends, working on comics seen by thousands, and learning skills that provide real-world experience is rewarding. And so we're always looking to expand, we're always looking for new members to add to our family, and if you're interested, please contact us, as there will be links in the description and details below all over the place. So you're a graphic designer, video content creation person, writer, editor, web designer, list goes on. Holla at me. Holla at us. If you reach out to us and we think you're a good fit, we'll reach back out to answer any other questions you may have and see how we can move forward. And I'm sure you will have questions. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you have any questions. If you guys are curious as to what I'm doing visually for this video, for some parts of the video, I'm working on Apple Black Volume 3, so keep a lookout for that. It's coming, and it's going to be awesome. You can also check out the latest issue of Saturday AM free. In fact, our latest issues are always free on the site, so keep checking out the site for updates. We update the latest issue pretty soon. I believe it's 109, and you guys can go check that out. 109 and 108. And then if you want to stay updated and get all the content we offer, the amazing content we offer, AM, PM, FM, the list goes on, and a bunch of all the other stuff that we do on the side. We have a subscription model that's actually $2.99 a month. It's a new subscription model, and we're hoping it kicks off. So far, it's been pretty good. It's just $2.99 a month. If you guys are interested in that, please do so. All links you would possibly need will be in the description, including our social media. Everything is in there. Again, don't forget to United States to smash that like button and subscribe button and hit that bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Don't forget to check out the latest interactive Saturday AM issue. You'll be able to navigate the magazine by clicking on hyperlinks and table of content and so on. 2 months of Skillshare free. Links in the description. You're welcome. Big shout out to my patrons who make these videos possible. Arrow, Alec, Aosafo, Fado, Hackwolfen, Sarah, Tony, and more. Love you guys. Check out my other videos. It's White Manga, and I'm out.